for joining. I'm going to work through a procurement example of Policy Box today. We really like the procurement example. It's one that we've worked on with a couple of organisations who'd been trialling Policy Box in our pre-development phases. Let me give you a bit of a look at what we're doing here. So when I say procurement, it's kind of the process of procuring or onboarding a new supplier against an existing procurement framework. And so what I'll do, I'll just take you through it and show you that's kind of the easiest way. If I go to Master Policies, so I'll click the Master Policies tab on the side here. I'll move through the policies that we have already. As you can see here, there's lots of different master policy buckets that we've got here, and we've got one on contract management that we've set up here, and I'll just click on it to show you what's in there. And for this one here, what we've done is I'll click into base level regulations. Base level regulations is kind of the bucket of policy documents that is the base level. So that might be legislation, a standard. And for this one, we've got here the contract management standard. So it's a global contracting standard used by a lot of government organizations. And so we've got this one in here right now. If you wanted to add another policy, all you'd simply do is just click the Add New button and you'd upload your document into this environment. The master policies environment is structured in such a way that you've got 3 different levels of policies. Base level regulations, legal and compliance opinions. So that might be something that your compliance officer's written, or a set of guidelines. An industry group may have written them, or your legal or accounting professionals may have written something for you. You'd put it there, and that sits on top of the base level regulations and gives really good context to the AI. On top of those two, we've got a thing called master policy rules, and I'll click on that. Created a rule earlier on. Really easy to create, and these things are great. So we've got here the ice cream rule. This is a bit flippant, but the ice cream rule's title is ice cream, and the rule description is every time we onboard a new supplier, buy them ice cream, and it has to be vanilla. So we've just got this rule in here just to show you how rules work. And you can change the rules, you can delete the rules, you can save the changes changes on rules. Really easy to do to create effectively a decisioning engine without any programming involved at all. You can add new rules simply by clicking Add New and typing in the title of the rule and what you want the rule to be. It can be anything, but it's usually an action that you want to have followed in a workflow. So kind of setting up the master policies around contract management. To actually create a matter, we would go to Create New Matter. And again, this is an example, so don't be too critical of the content that comes up, but it shows you the power of the system. We'll select a policy and we'll select contract management. So that's the set of documents that the AI will be referring to. This is really important because the way in which Policy Box is built, it's curated in such a way that the AI is really only taking into account the policies and the documents that you put into the system in your own environment. So it can't reflect some random view that is on the internet somewhere or a Reddit thread. It's simply just what you want it to refer to. We'll generate a matter. So we'll do something really simple here. We'll go, give me the workflow for a new supplier that we are onboarding. So something really simple. What you could do, and where we've been trialing it, is being able to attach an existing contract and saying things like, here's where we're up to. Could you give us the steps that we need to follow to adhere to the contract management standards that we've got? And it will give you the workflow. But for this example, we'll just leave it there. We'll add a new client. So let's make it contractors us. And we hit enter, and that's now created that as a client that we're working with. So you can attach many matters to one client. Now that we've got contractors are us in there, we can generate more matters for them. We'll generate that matter, and as we're waiting for the AI to generate the matter, it will, it'll take it through what it's doing on the screen, so you can kind of see what it's up to. the things that it's referencing, and it'll give you a good sort of clues as to what's going to come back. Um, Out of interest, the AI tool that we're running behind this at the moment is a variety of Claude. It sits on Bedrock, and that's the sort of environment that helps us ensure that we are keeping all the data in your own jurisdiction and very well segmented and segregated so that only your information is in your portfolio. Um, you can see it's adding a matter step, evaluating supplier offer, conducting negotiations with suppliers. So it's starting to lay out the steps that are within the contract standard that we've uploaded as our sort of base policy document. It takes maybe sometimes up to 30 seconds to pull back a set of steps, and it should be here pretty quickly. Now we can see it's setting up the metadata and it's generated the matter. So that was reasonably normal. And as you can see here, what it's done, it's now returned kind of working screen, which is really easy to work with. It's given us a workflow summary. So it said verify the supplier's business entity, do a KYB check, identify the ultimate beneficial owner of that entity, shape the requirements to develop a buying strategy, finalize a buying plan, and a whole bunch of other steps, 9, including the vanilla ice cream for the supplier, which is excellent. They'll be very happy to get that ice cream. What you can do here is it's highlighted some steps. You can read through it, make sure okay. You'll also notice that it's identified a risk rating, so it's rated the risk out of 10 for this matter. It's given it a 5 out of 10, and it's given it some logic as to why the risk rating. That can be really important for a lot of organizations that want to ensure that they're managing the highest rated risks very diligently. In this case here, we've got some things that we can do. We could ask the AI to change some of the steps, to add a step or to delete a step. And in this case, I'm going to go down and you know what? It's the middle of winter. We don't want to purchase any ice cream for that supplier. So let's go remove the ice cream step. Let's see what happens here. Now, because that comes from one of the rules or those sort of binary rules, we can make those hard rules where that step cannot be tampered with, or it can be changed. So there's a type of sort of strength you can give to those rules. We can see here that it's removed that step. That's excellent. So that's moved it. And we can, as we scroll down, we can see that that rule has now disappeared, or the workflow has disappeared for the ice cream piece. So that is now a matter that's ready to go. There's other things that we can do in here as well. So we can, if we wanted to split up, monitor performance and ensure quality into sub-steps that are manageable by individuals, we could ask the AI to split monitor performance and ensure quality up into sub-steps, and it will do that for us and record those as steps. We can assign steps to a team member, so I can click on that and assign it to another person within who's on Policy Box. And in this case, we're going to assign it to Batman. So we'll assign it to Batman. And we can see it's just very quickly refreshed the screen and done that. There's a B there for Batman. So now that's a task that another member of our team can undertake. And now we're really happy with that. So we're going to confirm the matter. Once we've confirmed the matter, it becomes a matter that we can start working on. In the context of the procurement type of matter, if we were to click on verify the business entity, KYB, we actually have some services that are built into this that reach out to the outside world. So this is for the Australian environment, a direct connection to be able to do an ABN or an ACN search through to the regulator. So we could enter in an ABN or an ACN, see if it's a real company, maybe order an ASIC extract if we wanted to, and record that information so that that information is contained in the system. I won't do that at this stage here. I'll just go back. So that's able to be done. Or if you wanted to you know, finalize the approach to another step that isn't an external service like an asset extract, you can simply go in here and update the matter to say um, partially through, will complete next Monday. And I'll save that, and then that ends up being saved within there. If I go back in, it's saved, or if I want to mark it as complete, and that step as complete, you can see now as I scroll down that that is now a complete step of the workflow. I can go back in and edit that as well if I didn't feel as though it was complete enough. Um, then we can move into if we wanted to reopen the matter and add a step again because we thought there was something missing, or if there was a step that we didn't want to do, we could go back into reopen matter and reopen that matter, and that will take us back to the working with the AI to test this matter against legislation or logic. One of the clever things that you can do is if the legislation changes or the standards change or our compliance rules change, if you were to open that matter and go back in, it would tell you which areas of your workflow now require an update because there's a new policy, a new rule, a new set of legislation that's been enacted that would change what you do. So you can always do that as well. So that works nicely. I'll just cancel out of this because this is just an overview. So that is how to work with Policy Box, and the example in this case is procurement. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed that, and ideally it'd be great if you end up signing up, playing with the service, testing it, and feedback's everything to us. So if you have some, we'd love to hear it.